What's going on, everybody? Spunky 1991 coming at you another video. Coming at you with the Eagles versus Bears wild card weekend preview. Still can't believe the Eagles are in the playoffs, man. This season, like, it has ups and downs, to say the least, man. It has ups and downs, and it looked like at a point that we were not gonna make the playoffs. So just, to the team, man, like, just for getting this far, man. I'm damn proud of this team. When Nick Foles came out there, you could just see a whole different team, and I'm just proud of this team for fighting and just scratching and getting, and putting themselves in position to get to the playoffs. We had to get a little help, obviously, but I'm just damn proud of this team, the way they fought. They played with pride, and they played like defending Super Bowl champions to close out the season against some quality opponents like the Rams and the Houston Texans, of course. So I'm just damn proud of this team for fighting and we're able to get to the playoffs. This right here is going to be another test, man. The Chicago Bears, of course, helped the Eagles out by defeating the Minnesota Vikings in Week 17, which punched the ticket for the Eagles to the playoffs. So thank you guys. Thank you, Bears, for that. But this week, it's game on. Soldier Field, Alshon Jeffrey returning back to his old team, his old stomping grounds in Soldier Field. He's returning to take on his old team. You already know that Alshon Jeffrey's he's gonna be playing with emotions. Going back to Soldier Field, facing his former team. You already know the emotions. But there's also a former Bears player who I have to mention who is facing his former team. Of course, our Eagles. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, of course, throwing the Philly special touchdown to Nick Foles last week. Excuse me, not last week. In the Super Bowl last year. So yeah, he's playing against his former team. It's going to be a very interesting game, man. You got two teams who are playing very well this year. The Eagles are clicking when it matters the most. They are hitting their stride when it matters the most, and they have players who are returning, from injuries and stuff. So the Eagles right now, they are clicking when it matters the most, and the Bears have been playing well all year. The Bears remind me of our team from last year in a lot of ways. They built around their quarterback, Mr. Trubisky, like we did with Carson Wentz last year. They bought pieces around him, and the Bears, of course, are in the playoffs. And for the first time, and I believe since 2000 and I think 8 years. It's been about 8 years since they last been to the playoffs. So I don't have any serious hate for the Bears. I don't have no hate for the Bears at all. Thank you guys for beating the Vikings for us last week. But like I said, it's game on this week. It's going to be a great game. I expect a battle. They have a very, very good defense. Of course, we all know about Khalil Mack. They have a very good defense, man. But our defense is also playing very well, despite the injuries, despite our secondary literally being consisted of practice squad players. This defense is really playing well. They're balling out. They're playing together. They believe in one another. And that's what you need. You need a group of guys. They don't have to be the most talented guys or the biggest names, but they play for one another. They believe in one another. That's all that matters. And this defense right now is believing in one another, and they're playing together. And that's good for us, obviously. This game, it's going to be another test for the Eagles, man. It's going to be another test for the Eagles. We've had quite some tests this year, but that's what happens when you're defending Super Bowl champions. You go against some of the best teams in the league, and it's going to be another test for us at their stadium. But I think the Eagles can win this game. I picked the Eagles to lose in my preview video. My wild card prediction video, and I'm going to continue to use that reverse psychology. I'm hoping that the Eagles, of course, go out there and prove me wrong. Go out there and prove me wrong on the field. Keys to victory in this game is plain and simple. We must protect Nick Foles. There's no ifs or buts about it. This defense, this pass rush, they get to the quarterback. So our offensive line has to come ready to play the best game they played all year, because this is the best defensive line that we've gone against all year, in my opinion. So Must protect Nick Foles. Do not let Nick Foles get hit. Keep Khalil Mack as far away from Nick Foles as you can. Keep their entire defense as far away from Nick Foles as you possibly can. If we can get a running game going, if we can get that running game going against the Bears, man, then we have a good chance to really open things up, man, with the play action passes and stuff to our tight ends, and of course Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz, who's had an amazing season this year. So yeah, if we can just get that running game going, we can get that running game going. That opens up the field, but it starts with the big man up front. The big man up front, that offensive line, man. Protect Nick Foles at all costs, because you got one hell of a pass rush of the Bears that we're going against. So offensive line, protect Nick Foles. Get that running game going with Josh Adams, Darren Sproles, Wendell Smallwood. Get all those guys in the running game. Let's get that running game going. Take pressure off of Nick Foles. Confuse the hell out of the Bears defense as much as we can. Yeah. It's receiver game has been working pretty well for us, especially since Nick Foles came back as a starter. Guys, spread that ball around. Alshon Jeffrey, I think, is going to have a big game. I think going against his former team, he's playing with even extra motivation, going against them. So yeah, Alshon Jeffrey's going to be playing with more motivation, and I think Alshon Jeffrey's going to have a big game. But Golden Tate needs to get involved. Nelson Aguilar needs to get involved. I'm not quite sure if Mike Wallace is going to be playing this game, but I hear that he is getting healthy. Jordan Matthews, receiver core, everybody gets involved. Everybody touches that football and make plays. Yeah, defensively, we got to get to Mr. Trubisky. We have to get pressure on Mr. Trubisky. Get to Mr. Trubisky, get in his face, because Mr. Trubisky is going to make mistakes when you put pressure on him. He's one of those quarterbacks that if he's not comfortable in that pocket and you're in his face, he's going to make mistakes. So, gotta get pressure on Mr. Trubisky. Hit him hard. Hit him early in the game. Rattle his cage. Throw him off. Get pressure on Mr. Trubisky. Gotta make sure that Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen, they're running backs, man. Gotta make sure that those running backs are held in check, because when you hold their running game in check, that's gonna make their offense one-dimensional. That's gonna make them really one-dimensional. That's gonna make them have to go to the passing game if we shut down that running game. So absolutely a must. Stop that running game. Force Mr. Trubisky to put that football in the air. Rattle his cage. Put pressure on him. Force turnovers. Because Mr. Trubisky, like I said, when you put pressure on Mr. Trubisky, you force, you put a hand in his face. He's gonna make mistakes. So absolutely. Pressure on Mr. Trubisky. Special teams gotta be on point. Special teams really gotta be on point. Jake Elliott gotta make sure that you're making those kicks. And these, going to Chicago, gotta make sure our special teams is on point. Gotta make sure that we're pinning them back as far as possible on their side of the field, giving them bad field position. We do that, then I see us winning this game. I'm going to pick the Eagles to lose. I'm going to pick the Bears to win. But like I said, it's with the hope that the Eagles go out there and they prove me wrong with their play on the field. So for right now, I'm going to pick the Bears to win by a score of 24-21. But like I said, I'm crossing my fingers that the Eagles go out there and they prove me wrong on the field. But we'll find out on Sunday. We will find out on Sunday. I'm just damn proud of this team, man, for fighting, never giving up, working their ass off to get this far. So like I said, keys to victory. Protect Nick Foles. Offensive line has got to play the best game they played all year. Keep Khalil Mack and the rest of that defensive line of the Bears as far away from Nick Foles as possible. Danny Trevathan, their linebacker. Keep them all those guys. Keep them as far away from Nick Foles as we possibly can. Running game. If we get that running game going, we can confuse them. That will open up the passing game, the play action to Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz, all those guys, man. Receiver core gotta be on point. Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar, Golden Tate, Mike Wallace, possibly if he's playing this game, Jordan Matthews. Everybody needs to be a part of this win. Everybody needs to touch that football. Spread that football around. Nick Foles. It starts, like I said, it starts with the big guys up front. Big guys on the D line, man. Gotta stop that running game. Stop their running game early and very early. Stop their running game. If you stop their running game, make them one-dimensional, that forces Mitch Trubisky to have to put the football in the air. And if Mitch Trubisky is putting the football in the air, that's good for us, man, because he's one of those guys that with pressure, he's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna make mistakes with pressure. So force Mr. Trubisky to have to throw the football. Special teams, like I said, special teams has got to be on point. We got to pin them back as far as possible. Got to pin them back on their side of the field as far as possible. Put them in bad field position. We do that, then we have a good chance to win this game. I picked the Bears to win by a score of 24-21, but like I said, that's with the hope that the Eagles will go out there and prove me 100% wrong with their play on the field. I'm crossing my fingers. This team, I'm just damn proud of this team, man. It looked weeks ago like the season was over, man, and they fought. They played their ass off, man. They fought with a little help from the Bears, of course, against the Vikings, but they fought and they got this playoff seed, and I'm damn proud of them. So no matter what happens, praying that this is another good year for us, but I'm proud of this team, man. I really am. But we'll find out on Sunday exactly what happens, man. Crossing my fingers, like I said, crossing my fingers. Hopefully the Eagles go out there and they prove me wrong and they win this game. Yeah. As always, man, go Birds, man. Fly, Eagle, fly. Let's go out there. Let's beat the Bears. Spunky 991 is out. Peace.